Hi everyone, it's me, Vicky Speaks. Thank you for tuning to this YouTube channel again to watch the video. In my previous video, I talked about what is a toxic relationship, and I broke it all down to the barest minimum so you can understand what a toxic relationship is. Now, in this video, I am talking about how to identify a toxic relationship, and I'm going to be giving 6 signs on how to know you are in a toxic relationship so you can sit down, think about it, analyze it, and tell yourself, oh, this is really what I am going to do right now, and know how to deal with it from that point. The first sign is lack of support. Now, in a healthy relationship, there's mutual respect. And mutual respect to see each other grow, mutual respect to see each other become all God wants you to be, mutual respect to see the you on the inside that needs to come out and find expression. There's mutual respect to want to see how two of you can become that and build it together. But in a toxic relationship, there's always competition. Every achievement is a competition. When the person sees that, oh, you are making a headway in this, they want to compete with you or try to see how they can talk down on you about it, on your achievement and what you're doing, just to make sure they don't give you that support that you need. You just notice that, Kai, am I competing? What's going on? There's a bit of competition. I can sense competition in this relationship because this other partner feels that, oh, you are making more headway than I am. You can't come and pass me in this. You now begin to do or want to do the same things you're doing and want to achieve the results you're getting, instead of trying to compliment you and try to support you in that venture. You just notice that there's this competition that's going on. So that's one major sign to know you're in a toxic relationship, when there's lack of support and you begin to notice that you are in a competition. You guys are competing with yourself. The second one is toxic communication. Now, in the previous video, I talked about when you are, talking to your partner and you always feel drained. And one of the things that can drain in a conversation is when you're talking to somebody and the person is being toxic about the communication. The person, toxic sometimes does not necessarily mean the person is shouting or yelling at you at the top of their voice. That's part of it though. That's a major part of it, by the way. However, there are ways the person could answer you. For example, you're like, oh, I just got this award. Wow, I just got this award, and you're so excited. You come and show your partner. Your partner just goes like, oh yeah, I've seen it. Just drop it on the table. You're like, okay. But in a healthy relationship, the person is supposed to be happy for you. And like, oh my God, my dear, you got this award. I'm so happy for you. More heights, strive more. The person begins to encourage you on how to even become better at that achievement. But then in toxic communication, in a toxic relationship, the person just tries to belittle your achievements. And you're like, and then the fire, the enthusiasm, the passion the drive you came with to, and the excitement to show, oh, I've gotten this award, celebrate with me as my spouse, as my boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, and all of that. The person just drops it, like you just feel, whoa, it just comes down, and you're like, wow, I shouldn't have even just shown him or her in the first place. So that's another one. Toxic communication. It might not necessarily mean, like I said, the person is yelling at you or insulting you, although insultive words too. Little things. For example, there's a miscommunication or there's an argument. The person starts using swear words. Oh, that's why I'm not talking to you because you're crazy. At every slightest provocation, they begin to use words that are very hurtful. They're words that you begin to think, even when you guys have settled the quarrel and the person is like, oh, didn't I just apologize? I've said I'm sorry, now let's move on from it. But however, those words, those things said have registered in your mind, and they can be replaying and replaying and replaying. So toxic communication, it's another sign to know that, hey, you're in a toxic relationship and you need to look into it. Number 3, envy or jealousy. Now, this also has to do with competition as well. So I can link it with competition as well. When you're in a relationship and you notice there's some form of jealousy, especially when you are maybe making more money, or you are making more headway in your career, profession, or whatever it is, your business you're doing, and the other person things just seem to be going slow for the other person. In a healthy relationship, the other person is supposed to be humble enough to say, hey babe, what are you actually doing that I'm not doing? Can you teach me? Or can you teach me the skills you're using to promote your business, so I can apply it to my own, and let's see how we can work together to achieve a common goal, which is success. So as this person is achieving, the other person is achieving. But in a toxic relationship, the other partner becomes envious and becomes jealous, and would always try to sabotage the other person's achievements by, belittling it, or even as well as going ahead to sabotage it. And then blaming the other person. That's when narcissism comes in. But that's by the way, because it's not about narcissism. I'm talking about how to identify you're in a toxic relationship. So you just notice there's a form of an energy of jealousy from the other person, from your partner, and the person is not overly genuinely excited about your achievement, your success, your career, and the person always wants to see how they would sabotage one, two, how to compete and belittle your achievement and your success. So that's another way to know you are in a toxic relationship. Number 4, controlling behavior. Controlling behavior. You just notice that the partner likes to control, even up to what you eat, what you wear, how you look, how you talk. If you go out, for example, you go for drinks with your friends, you are very, very conscious of what to say, because you feel like the person hasn't told you what to say. And if you just are free enough to begin to say what you want to say, they give you this look of, did I ask you to speak? You're not meant to talk here. And then even when you leave and you are going home, or you are going back to where you came from, the person begins to scold you. Did I ask you to speak? Why did you say that? You're not meant to talk. They want to control everything about you. Everything. And you just notice that after a while, you can't even make major decisions without involving them, because of that controlling attitude. And that is not a healthy relationship. A healthy relationship should give room to each partner to be able to express themselves and make decisions. I say, oh, you know what, babe, I want to make this decision. I want to buy this car, for example. And your partner will be like, I think you should get it. It's a nice one. Oh, do we have the finances for it? Oh, if we remove the money and buy this car, is it going to affect other areas? Let's look at it. But not that you just come and meet your partner and say, oh, I want to buy a car. And the person just goes, no, you cannot buy a car. Okay, why should I not buy the car? I said no. Why shouldn't I buy it? No logical, sensible reason for you not to buy the car, except from I just said no. And the hammer on it, like, I said no, because I want to be in control of everything, and including your life. So that's another way you're in a toxic relationship. Now, number 5 is resentment. Now, resentment has to do with unforgiveness as well. When you have resentment for someone, you are finding it hard to forgive the person for what they did to you. Now, when you're in a toxic relationship, and you would notice there's a lot of resentment coming from you and coming from the person you are dating. How do I know that? For example, over time, as a human being that you are, when the person is showing you all these attitudes and not allowing you to really express yourself, and not giving you that which you desire in a relationship, you begin to resent the person. Especially when you notice that the person is more friendly with other people, more open to other people and listening to other people, you begin to resent and say, oh, you know what? This person is doing to me, I really don't like it. And the other person too, when there are times when you say, oh no, I want to go ahead and have my way and do this, the other person feels slighted. Oh, you disobeyed me. I told you not to do this. I told you not to go here. I told you not to hang out with that person, and you disobeyed me. They feel there's a lot of resentment, and there's no clear air between the two of you. So that resentment comes into place. That's how you know you are in a toxic relationship. And finally, there's dishonesty. Now, in this dishonesty, it can come in various forms. And one major form is the fact that you're not able to be honest with your partner. For example, you have a business meeting that is going to bring a lot of money, but your partner says no. but you know that you need the contract. So in most cases, you're not going to be honest and tell your partner about, you're going to go behind and start making appointments and doing things that you know is good for your business and your career, but because your other partner and because you're in a toxic relationship does not understand and is not willing to support, so you want to still go ahead and do what you want to do, then you start to do things behind each other's backs. And that's where dishonesty comes into play, because when the person calls you and says, oh, where are you? You lie. Oh, I'm here. Oh, are you doing this? Did you do this? No, I did not. And you start to do things behind each other's backs because you don't want the other person to find out, because you don't know how they're going to take it. You don't know if they're going to understand. So that lack of uncertainty, that confusion brings about a lot of dishonesty. And dishonesty can open doors to so many things, like cheating. It can open doors to emotional, instability. So there's no even need to start all of that. Once you notice that the relationship has become toxic, it's a good sign to sit down with the person, and you can ask for a break and say, you know what, I need a break from this. I need to sit down and think, with a clear head, if I can continue this, because there's nothing wrong with you as a human being wanting to achieve destiny, wanting to be and become all that God wants you to be, wanting the you on the inside to find expression. It is not a healthy thing for another person to come and tell you not to be that. It's not a healthy thing for somebody to come and tell you, oh, you cannot express yourself, or you cannot become all God wants you to do, or you cannot become successful just because they're in your life. That's not from God. So once you begin to notice these things, that since this person came into your life, your business dropped, your friends, your contacts, not like you were doing anything that was bad before they came, but once they came, they took over everything, and the results you used to achieve before, everything just dropped. That's a sign to know that, hey, I could be in a toxic relationship, and I need some time to really draw back from this relationship and sit down and think. So I've given you 6 signs. Number 1, lack of support. Number 2, toxic communication. Number 3, envy and jealousy. Number 4, controlling behavior. Number 5, resentment. And number 6, dishonesty. So you should sit down and check if these things are in your relationship, and then you will know that you are in a toxic relationship and what to do from there. So in the next video, I'm going to be talking about how to handle the toxic relationship, how to move from a toxic relationship so you can actually go and be free and be all that God wants you to be, and achieve destiny, because that's why we're here. We're all on the earth to achieve purpose. So if you're not able to achieve it, then why are you in that relationship in the first place? When you stand before God, you want to be able to say, Lord, I did this. You asked me to do this. I went to the earth and I did this. So if you're with somebody that's not going to allow you to do that, then I don't think that person is your destiny partner. I don't think that person is your life partner. You need to move away from that relationship and analyze things, evaluate things. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this video helpful and very insightful, please share to your friends and your family so they can be able to identify these signs of a toxic relationship, and then subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell to know when I upload more videos. So thank you so much, and give the video a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Bye.